Hello. Thank you for your interest in the Masters of Science in Nutrition and Dietetic Internship program at Boston University. My name is Mary Jane Staniak. I'm a senior lecturer at Boston University and also the Dietetic Internship Director. Before I get into the specifics of the program, I wanted to share a little bit of information about Boston University. We are a large urban research university made up of 17 colleges. We're located on the Charles River in the historic city of Boston. Boston is home to 35 universities and colleges, making it one of America's best college towns. There are also many hospitals and medical centers in the city and in the surrounding towns, making it a medical mecca. Students have the benefit of experiencing a traditional college campus that is centered around Commonwealth Avenue, while also having the benefit of a city integrated university. One of the 17 colleges at Boston University is called Sargent College of Health and Rehabilitation Sciences. This college is made up of 4 departments: occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech, language, and hearing sciences, and health sciences. All of our programs in nutrition are in the health sciences department. We have 3 different programs at the graduate level. We have a 2-semester MS in nutrition. We have a Master's of Science in Nutrition and Dietetic Internship, which is the focus of today's webinar. We also have a 3-year program that includes all of the didactic program and dietetics requirements combined with the Master's of Science in Nutrition and the Dietetic Internship. So if you're listening to this webinar and you have not yet completed a didactic program in dietetics, then that 3rd program might be for you. And I encourage you to check out our website for more information about the other 2 programs. So the focus of this webinar is on the Masters of Science in Nutrition and Dietetic Internship. This program is intended for those of you who have completed or will have completed a DPD or a foreign dietitian education program, the FDE. To get into this program, there's one application, and all students who are accepted into the program, once they have successfully completed the academic requirements, are guaranteed a dietetic internship spot. Students in this program benefit from deepening their foundation in human nutrition science and metabolism. You will learn to critically evaluate research, apply evidence-based solutions, you'll sharpen your communication skills, and dramatically enhance your readiness for the dietetic internship. Our program options include our BU MSDI, as well as our BU MS plus DI partnership programs. I'm going to talk about all of these opportunities in today's webinar. Let's start by talking about what makes this program unique. Well, we offer in-person instruction and training. We are designated as a STEM-eligible program. All graduate students in a professional program at Sargent College, that would include nutrition students, but also PT, OT, and students who are studying to become a speech, language, and hearing scientist. All of these students participate in a cross-college interprofessional education program. For those of you who are in our clinical concentration, you will have training in our state-of-the-art simulation center. There are opportunities to collaborate with faculty. I'm going to discuss today our coveted practicum course. For those of you who are interested in research, there are opportunities there. All preceptors and rotations that are required are arranged by Boston University. We have an optional study summer abroad course in Italy on the Mediterranean diet that is taught by 2 of our nutrition professors here at Sargent College. And the last thing that I wanted to mention that makes our program unique is our beneficial 2-step model, and I'll explain what I mean by that. So many prospective students ask me, who's an ideal candidate for this program? Well, as I mentioned before, and I want to repeat this, in order to be eligible to apply for this program, you need to have completed an accredited DPD or FDE program. We're looking for candidates who are well-rounded with a strong academic foundation, prepared for the rigor of a graduate degree at Boston University. But that's not all we're looking for. We're also looking for students who have great interprofessional skills that allow them to work with diverse clients, patients, and healthcare providers. We're looking for students who value the diverse experiences offered through the program and demonstrate strong qualities in critical thinking, leadership, adaptability, self-direction, and conceptual ability. The prerequisites include a bachelor's degree, a minimum GPA of a 3.0, and again, you must have completed a DPD or FDE verification statement to be eligible to apply. Let me start with step 1 of the program. In this step, you will complete your academic courses. You will be a full-time student, and you will not be pulled from your coursework. You'll be able to fully immerse yourself, getting the most out of your graduate studies. The academic curriculum is going to depend a little bit on which program you're in. So for students in the BU MSDI program, as well as students in one of our partnerships, that's our partnership with Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, these students will complete a clinical concentration. You can see the courses listed here, including advanced clinical nutrition, graduate nutrition counseling, essentials of professional practice that really prepare you to get the most out of your clinical training. But there are also important courses such as biostatistics, metabolic regulation, and nutritional epidemiology. Not to forget the nutrition research course. So highlights of this curriculum include honing your counseling skills and sharpening your nutrition assessment skills. There is the opportunity for an elective course. We have 3 within the nutrition program. I already mentioned the summer study abroad course in Italy, but we also have electives that focus on eating disorders, prevention and treatment, as well as nutrition for sport and performance. You're not required to take one of these 3 electives because Boston University has many electives that you might be interested in across the BU, those other colleges. For those in the clinical concentration, this includes enhanced dietetic internship preparation through simulation, and you would find yourself in our Sim Center at Boston University in Sargent College. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for one moment, and I'm going to tee up and get ready for a very brief video that will show you our Sargent College Simulation Center.
Welcome to BU Sargent College Center for Simulation. Today we're going to take a look at the Sim Center through the lens of the nutrition program. The first room that we enter here is the debriefing room, which is where we can talk about things that happened in today's case. We've also demonstrated some of the equipment that we had, things like edema pads, manual and automatic blood pressure cuffs, and glucometers available for testing patients' blood sugars. So now we can move from the debriefing area into the hospital area, where we have 2 simulated hospital patient rooms. In these rooms, we can use a series of standardized patients, or today, we see our simulated patient is our mannequin Juno. And Juno has just had a feeding tube placed using our CoreTrack machine. We can also monitor Juno's vitals while we're here in simulation, see what kind of IV fluids that they might be on. Each room is equipped with a hand washing station to get prepared for donning and doffing PPE. And we can see that we have a mirror here. This is a special two-way mirror that allows faculty to evaluate students without being present in the room. And we can watch everything that is going on as well as record it in our specialized system here in the control room. We then move from the control room into the second patient hospital room. You can see we still have many of the same equipment as well as additional. And for today, we also have set up our bassinet with our baby mannequin, in which we can get some anthropometrics of our baby mannequin. We'd love for you to see what we enjoy here in the Sim Center from the nutrition program.
Moving on to academic curriculum and what that might look like for those of you who are interested in choosing your own concentration. Regardless of the concentration that you might build, you will be required to complete 5 core courses. Those include biostatistics, metabolic regulation, nutritional epidemiology, and one of 2 of our life course approach courses. We have the choice of a life course approach in nutrition in disease prevention or a life course approach to community nutrition. And the 5th course that's required is the nutrition and research course. Most students who build their own concentration do elect to do the practicum, but that too is optional. So around these 5 courses, which consists of 18 credits, you will build your concentration courses with at least 14 credits for the minimum of a 32 credit total. Some examples of what students might be interested in choosing their concentration in. Of course, we have the clinical concentration, community nutrition, policy, nutrition research, or sports nutrition. Regardless of your concentration, all students in this program are able to participate in the practicum. And this is a really special part of our program. It's an opportunity for you to pursue an area of interest of your choosing. So over the course of the entire semester, you will spend a minimum of 150 hours. That's about 10 or 11 hours per week engaged in your work at your practicum site, of course, overseen by your preceptor. We have choices and sites throughout the profession, including sites in the clinical setting, the community setting, culinary nutrition, eating disorders, food service management, industry, media and communications, nutrition research, private practice, research, schools, and sports nutrition. So a lot of choices to choose from. One of our favorite choices that's always on the list of offerings is a practicum with our Sergeant Choice Nutrition Center. This is BU's one-of-a-kind nutrition resource that we don't know exists anywhere else in the nation. This is a group of 9 dietitians, and their clinic is located up on the 6th floor here at Sargent College. They provide expert client counseling in a variety of areas. One of the dietitians is a sports specialist dietitian, and she works with our student athletes in our Terrier student athlete fueling stations. Because of the talented group of dietitians that make up our Sergeant Choice Nutrition Center team, this provides a wonderful training site for students in our nutrition program. Whether you are participating as a volunteer, doing a directed self-study, doing your practicum, or sometimes students do DI rotations there as well. This is a really wonderful asset for our program. Another great asset for our program is our paid assistantships. So we recognize that a graduate degree from Boston University is an investment in your future. And we also recognize that most of our students are looking at ways that they can supplement their income and help to pay for their living expenses when they're in the program. We offer paid graduate assistantships. Those are paid 5 hours per week over the course of the academic year. Many teaching assistantships, student ambassador positions that help us to serve our prospective students. And we also have 1 or 2 social media interns that help with our social media sites. Beyond the paid assistantship opportunities within the programs of nutrition, there are other opportunities for students to apply for university-wide. There are graduate assistantships offered by the Fitness and Recreation Center, and also there are opportunities to apply through the housing program to become a graduate resident assistant and get free housing and a meal plan in addition to a stipend while you're in that program. After you complete the academic requirements, then you move on to step 2 of the program. And this is your supervised practice, also referred to as the dietetic internship portion of the program. So I mentioned there are 2 pathways. So the BU MSDI pathway, if you're in that pathway, you would do your supervised practice at one of our affiliate DI sites. If you're in the partnership DI pathway, you would complete the DI at whichever program you have been accepted to. The programs are going to vary in MS concentration, start dates, program length and structure, and also DI costs. Because of that, it's very important that if you're interested in one of the partnership programs, that you not only participate in learning about Boston University, but also that you reach out to the DI directors at the partnership site, do their information session. If you're able to have a visit, we strongly encourage that. So now I'm going to talk about the overall program structure of each of these options. So the BU MSDI program, which I am the director of, I run this program with my colleague, Professor Sarah O'Brien. You would come to BU and you would start the MS. In that, over the course of 2 semesters, you complete your academic coursework. Once you complete your academic courses, you then start the dietetic internship that summer. Then you would continue in the program, and over the course of the fall, you would complete the dietetic internship. Once you're in the dietetic internship portion of the program, you would complete your rotations that include clinical, inpatient, outpatient, and staff relief, food service management, community nutrition, pediatrics, either in the community setting or the inpatient or outpatient setting. And then you also would have a 1-week elective. I've noted the tuition and fees. For additional information about other fees and benefits, please see our website. I mentioned our affiliate sites. So in your supervised practice, you would be placed at one of our affiliate DI sites. We have primary inpatient hospital sites where you spend the majority of your time. And then we have many possible other sites depending on your clinical aptitude, your interest professionally, and your learning style. Depending on your placement, a car may be required. Now I'm going to give a very brief look into our partnership DI programs. Again, it's very important that if you're interested in one of these, that you reach out and go to an open house or participate in an information session. Now, depending on which program you're in, you may do the clinical concentration or build your own. And your DI start dates are going to vary along with the program length of the DI rotation schedule, the DI fees and tuition, and the deposit and payment structure. The first partnership program is our partnership with Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. Julie Roberts is the DI coordinator. I've listed her contact information here, and I've also included the brief structure of the rotations and also noted the current tuition rate. Please refer to the program's websites for up-to-date information. We also have a partnership with Brigham and Women's Hospital DI. Kristen Fu is the Associate Director of the Internship. Her contact information is noted here. In the Brigham and Women's partnership, unlike the BUMSDI and the partnership with Beth Israel, in this partnership, students build their own concentration. It can be the clinical, but it doesn't have to be. Once you are done the academic coursework at Boston University, you will go over to Brigham and Women's and complete their 46-week rotation schedule. Again, I refer you to the websites for the most up-to-date information. We also have a partnership with a private practice called Delicious Living Nutrition. This partnership is led by Diana Carpentieri, and it's one of 3 in-person MSDI programs in the country with a focus on dietetics in agriculture and sustainable food systems. This program is unique in many ways. It has a January entry, unlike our other programs, which have a September entry. And it also, when you're doing your supervised practice, you would leave Boston and go to Cape Cod, which is in another area of Massachusetts. So you would start your coursework in January at Boston University. You do 2 semesters, and then the following January, you are ready to begin the dietetic internship on Cape Cod. I've listed the rotation weeks and also the current tuition and fees. Our 4th partnership is with Mass General Hospital DI. Alicia Berry is the Dietetic Internship Director. And this program allows the opportunity for students to build their own concentration when they're in the MS in nutrition at Boston University. The following year, you would begin your dietetic internship at Mass General in September, and you would complete 44 weeks of rotations, finishing up in July with an August graduation date. For the upcoming application season for study beginning in January of 2026, we have the opportunity to apply for our partnership with Delicious Living Nutrition that has a January entry. Our BUMSDI does have a January entry that's presently full, but if you're really interested in that, don't hesitate to reach out to check for availability because things are always changing. For study beginning September 26th, you would need to apply by October 8th of 2025. That would be for Boston University's MSDI, as well as our partnership programs with Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, with Brigham and Women's Hospital, and with Mass General Hospital. Only if we have space after the fall application season will we participate in the January application. So I encourage you to stay in touch if you miss that October 8th application deadline. There may be an opportunity for you to apply in January. When you apply, when you complete the application in DICAS, you will be considered for each program that you express interest in. The application, the DICAS application key dates for the fall, all applicants will be notified by November 1st if they've been accepted, if they've been waitlisted, or if we feel that you're not a good fit for the program. Also at that time, when you receive your offer letter, you will receive information about your merit scholarship. Applicants who are accepted into the program have until November 15th to accept their application. After that time, we will be moving on to our wait list. So you definitely want to let us know as soon as possible and no later than November 15th. I want to put you in touch with a couple of resources. Alessandra Monroe is our Senior Director of Graduate Enrollment at Boston University. Her contact information is here. Alessandra is your go-to person with any questions you may have that are specific to the application. If you're having any trouble with your transcripts or if your letter writers, your recommendations, if there's any glitches with that, you definitely want to reach out to Alessandra with any of those questions. I also want to introduce you to Jasmine Samuel. She is our Associate Director of Graduate Financial Aid. She is the expert in this area. So I want to emphasize that all applicants who are offered a position in one of our MSDI programs are guaranteed merit scholarship. As I mentioned, please check our website for more information about all of the tuition and fees that are associated with the program. If you're in one of our partnership programs during the supervised practice of the program, you would actually no longer be paying tuition to Boston University. You would be paying the dietetic internship that tuition directly. But it is important to note that through the duration of the MS and dietetic internship program, you maintain your full-time student status, making you eligible to apply for federal loans. For those of you who are who require health insurance, you are eligible to register for BU's health insurance throughout the MS and DI program. And we always encourage our applicants to pursue any independent scholarships that you might be eligible for. Thank you for tuning into this webinar. If you would like more information, I've listed our email and I've also included a QR code that you can grab so that you can stay up to date on upcoming events and information sessions. I want to thank you for your attention. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and thank you for taking a close look at the Boston University Masters of Science in Nutrition and Dietetic Internship programs. Thank you.